We got over number 3, Will Levis. Coach Steve has him at 1. Sean has him at 3. Gladys has him at 6. All right. So I guess I will start us off here since I am the high guy on Will Levis. He is my guy this year. It's not like the Zach Wilson hype when I had it a couple years ago. This is a much different quarterback. Much different. So what I like about Will Levis is that he has the arm strength to make all the NFL throws. No issue about that. I've seen on film he can make any throw out there if he wants to. He's got the mold, the size to be an NFL quarterback, which is great. He's got the upside in his game there that he showed us in 2021, not as much in 2022. But again, he got injured in 2022, and kind of that was part of the reason. Like prior to his injury in 2022, he was averaging 280 yards, 2.4 touchdowns, and about a 0.8 of an interception. Once he got hurt, he started averaging about 166 yards, 1.1 touchdowns, and 1 interception per game. So the injury obviously was a major downward to his 2022 season. I get it. But he played very well against Georgia both times over the last 2 years. And again, we know Georgia is an elite defense. And they played very well on that note. You know, he's got this mobility to move. He ran very well last year. This year, he didn't run that well. But last year, he ran well enough where he got like 200-300 yards rushing. He plays in pro-style offense. He played good against SEC teams who have better players on them, obviously. So he plays with elite talent and played well against them in 2021 in a Kentucky team that we know doesn't bring in the best talent to the NFL. And again, I know there's some questions about decision makings and turnovers, but I think those kind of things can kind of be cleared up with good coaching. And he's got everything you would need, I think.
I think honestly.
Oh, go ahead, John.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you. I thought you were done.
I'm basically done. I have my number 1. I love it. So he's my number 1 quarterback.
I listen, I love him too. I think he's a good quarterback, great prospect. The reasons why I don't have him higher is one, I don't think he has as much rushing ability as some of these other guys for fantasy purposes. And also I think, his touchdown to interception ratio is a red flag. It's alarming. When you get into the top 3, you get into the top 4, you got to start being nitpicky somewhere. And to me, that's where I'm a little nitpicky is you got a lot of interceptions to the name, which is fine in college. I just hope you clean them up because that's a good way to really piss off an offensive coordinator is throw a lot of interceptions.
I understand he has the size and he has the cannon of an arm. He's wildly inaccurate, I think. And he regressed from 2021 to 2022. And granted, he played hurt, which should he have played? I don't know. He played hurt, and maybe that's what caused his stats to go downward. But he averaged 8.5 yards per attempt. So he averaged more yards per attempt in 2022 than he did in 2021, and yet every other stat that he had for passing was lower. And him and Richardson looked really good at the combine, but no one's rushing you and no one's like in your face. And I don't see. Like, I hear now that he's supposed to be the number 2 quarterback off the board. I don't see it. I don't understand it. 46 touchdowns and 25 interceptions. That's crap. 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions last year. That's crap. I mean, I understand he has a good ceiling. He doesn't have the high ceiling in that group, but he has a good ceiling. Like his potential, if they can fix the problems, it's like John feels about Hooker. If they can fix the problems that he has, and if he goes to the right team, I think he will probably be a fantasy stud, and I will feel a little bad about having him ranked 6, not a whole lot, but just a little bad. But I what John said about Hooker, I feel about Levis. I think that there are problems that need to be corrected, and I'm not sure that the NFL level will correct them for him. I mean, he's got the moxie. Is that the word we want to use? Like he thinks he can. Yeah, he's got the moxie, and he does have a cannon of an arm. Like he can make those really long throws, but he isn't wildly inaccurate, and his footwork isn't that great, and I'm not really sure he's a leader of men. So yeah.
All right, Gladys. All right. Let's stop hating on my number
this
one,
is
man.
why talking prospects is